Pathophysiology of thyroid. In a previous lecture, we have already discussed about synthesis of thyroid hormone and about physiology of thyroid gland and thyroid physiological roles or function. This topic is related to the pathophysiology of thyroid gland. Students, kindly switch off your microphones. So, thyroid gland is also known as the largest endocrine gland in humans. It secretes various kinds of hormones, and particularly three important are secreted by the thyroid gland. And such hormones regulates the metabolism and play a major role in the regulation and development of mental and physical development. So the hormones which are secreted by the thyroid gland regulate metabolities and also play a significant role in mental and physical development. So the two major kind of the disorders which are related to the thyroid gland, one is known as, the condition is known as hypothyroidism, and the second is known as hyperthyroidism. Hypothyroidism is a condition which is relevant to the result of the decreased thyroid hormone release, or that is known as the hypothyroidism is also known as the low production of thyroid hormones, or decrease in production, the release of thyroid hormone is known as hypothyroidism. Second kind of the disorder, the pathophysiological condition is known as hyperthyroidism. Hyperthyroidism is related to the increased thyroid hormone release, increased level of thyroid hormone production or the release is known as hyperthyroidism. So there are two kinds, the two conditions which are related to the pathophysiology of the thyroid gland. So one is related to hypothyroidism, which is related to the underproduction or the low production of the thyroid hormone, which is known as hypothyroidism, and second is known as overproduction of the thyroid hormone by the thyroid gland, is known as hyperthyroidism. So certain kind of the disorders which are related to pathological conditions which are related to the hypothyroidism, including cretinism, Biggs edema, and Hashimoto's disease. So such kind of the disorders are related to the related to the hypothyroidism. And very important type of the pathological condition or a disorder of the thyroid gland is known as a Graves' disease. So Graves' disease is also a common cause of hyperthyroidism. So other causes of the hyperthyroidism are also the goiter and are also the thyroid cancer. So there are certain common signs and symptoms related to the hyperthyroidism. So some are the common symptoms and signs related to hyperthyroidism are the features which are related to the excess of the thyroid hormone. So there are some common signs or some common symptoms, including when there are excess thyroid hormones in the blood. Then at that time, some common symptoms are such as the anxiety or irritability. Another condition which is known as palpitation. Palpitation is actually related to the increased heartbeat or elevated heartbeat. is known as palpitation, and there are certain other common features such as weakness or increased appetite, weight loss. All such symptoms are related to the condition which is known as hyperthyroidism. So mostly in cases of hyperthyroidism, that is a generalized increased perspiration and heat intolerance. So the people who are suffering from the condition which is known as hyperthyroidism, they also have a heat intolerance. Along with that, increased appetite and weight loss and generalized weakness. These are some common symptoms of the hyperthyroidism. Same like that, in condition of the hypothyroidism, also have some common symptoms, including the cold intolerance. So that is reverse or opposite to the hyperthyroidism. In case of the hypothyroidism, when there are the low product or the less production of the thyroid hormone. So in such conditions, the people have the cold intolerance. Along with that, a condition which is known as depression, and also the poor concentration. And another condition which is related to the musculoskeletal pains, or it is also related to the condition which is known as hypothyroidism. So the common symptoms of the hypothyroidism are the cold intolerance, the poor concentration, and musculoskeletal itches and pains are the common symptoms of the hypothyroidism. Also, the less common symptoms of the hypothyroidism are known as the constipation and also the edema. Such are the less common symptoms of the less common sign and symptoms of the condition which is known as hypothyroidism. So next, we one by one we will discuss the different pathophysiological conditions of the thyroid gland. So first, which is known as cretinism. So cretinism is caused by the extreme hypothyroidism. The cretinism is a condition which is caused by the underproduction of the thyroid hormone. It is also also a condition of the hypothyroidism. So cretinism is related to the hypothyroidism. So cretinism is caused by an extreme hypothyroidism during the fetal life, or the infancy, or the early childhood. So this condition which is known, or this disorder which is known as cretinism, is caused by the extreme hypothyroidism or the low production of the thyroid hormone, and it occurs during the fetal life and infancy or the early childhood. So the common causes of what are the common causes of the cretinism? Are actually cretinism results of the congenital gland, and such kind of the cretinism is also known as congenital cretinism. Congenital cretinism, and other type of the cretinism is known as endemic cretinism. So in congenital cretinism is related to the congenital lack of a thyroid gland. So thyroid gland are not present at birth time. So the kind of the cretinism is known as congenital cretinism. Other causes of the cretinism are known as the failure of the thyroid gland to produce thyroid hormone.
मैम
Maybe that is due to some kind of the genetic defect. Yes, is there an issue?
मैम वॉइस में डिस्टॉर्शन थी अभी जो आपने बताया, इसकी बिल्कुल भी आवाज नहीं आई। मैम रिपीट कर दें, अब वॉइस क्लियर है। पहले
आवाज आ रही है मेरी?
यस मैम, अब आ रही है, पहले थोड़ी सी कट रही थी। मैम कंजेंटल जो है वहाँ से आप बताएं, वो समझ नहीं आई।
So cretinism को स्टार्ट से करूं?
यस मैम।
So the cretinism is caused by an extreme hypothyroidism. So it's actually cretinism is a physiological pathophysiological condition that is related to hypothyroidism or underproduction or low production of thyroid hormones. and it occurs during the fetal life, infancy or childhood. And that is the condition of severely stunted physical and mental growth. As you can see here, the condition which is severely stunted physical and mental growth. And common causes of the cretinism are one is the congenital lack of thyroid gland. So one cause or a common cause of the of cretinism, and such type of cretinism is known as congenital cretinism. So in congenital cretinism is the congenital lack or by birth lack of thyroid gland. So it's known as congenital cretinism. That normally occurs during the during fetal life. And another type of the cretinism is known as endemic cretinism. So the causes of the endemism are the failure of thyroid gland to produce thyroid hormone. So that is actually the failure of the thyroid gland to produce thyroid hormones that may be related to the genetic defect of the gland. So is there any kind of the genetic defect in structure of the thyroid gland? So that may be related to the failure of the production of thyroid hormone. So अगर कोई genetic defect है thyroid gland के अंदर, it's not normal thyroid gland, so that may be result of this genetic defect, that is the failure of the production of thyroid hormones. Another cause of the thyroid, that is a very common cause of the cretinism, is the lack of iodine in the diet. So iodine lack in the diet is another common cause of the endemic cretinism. So अगर diet के अंदर deficiency होती है या फिर lacking है iodine की, so that may be cause the another cause of the cretinism. So this kind of cretinism is also known as endemic cretinism. So there are some common symptoms in such pathological condition. Patient is dwarf with severe mental defect, coarse dry skin, and deficient hair and teeth, retorted skeletal growth. So in this case, skeletal growth in the child with cretinism is characteristically inhibited, and in result of such retorted skeletal growth, that is such offspring of the child are with cretinisms are an obese, stocky and short appearance. As you can see in the figure, that the appearance of such child are obese or they are dwarf or obese. So these are the symptoms of the in case of the cretinism. So mental retardation results from the retardation of the growth of the neuronal cells of the central nervous system. So at this critical time in the normal development of the mental powers. So mainly the cretinism is a pathological condition that actually related to the stunted physical and mental growth. So next is another condition or a thyroid disorder which is known as myxedema. Myxedema is also related to the less production of or related to the hypothyroidism. So myxedema develops in the patient with almost lack of thyroid hormone functions. So myxedema is caused by the diminished production of the thyroxine or the thyroid hormones. Or you can also say that the myxedema develops in patients with almost total lack of thyroid hormones. So myxedema develops in patients with total absence or the total lack of thyroid hormones. The condition is known as myxedema. So such patients demonstrating a bagginess or a swelling under the eyes or the face. So that is a remarkable feature in or characteristics or the symptoms of patients of the myxedema. That is a bagginess or the swelling under the eyes and face. So condition which is known as myxedema is actually developed as the gelatinous mixture of the mucoproteins and the extracellular fluid is deposited in the intracellular space. So extracellular fluid and the mucoproteins are formed a gelatinous mixture, and this mixture is deposited under the intracellular space, particularly in the dermal tissues. So specifically this gelatinous matrix is deposited under the dermal connective tissues, and this giving into an edematous appearance or the condition of edema. So by the deposition of the gelatinous mixture or the fluid under the dermal connective tissues, then the condition of an individual is like the condition of edema in the dermal tissues. Also related to the rate of metabolism in all tissues is decreased to 1/2. So another symptom or another sign symptom of the mixed edema is the decrease in rate of metabolism in all tissues. So there are some common symptoms in the condition of the mixed edema. So people are extremely lethargic or mentally sluggish. They have low basal metabolic rate, which are also known as low BMR. Low BMR is actually lower basal metabolic rate. So as there is as the thyroid hormones are responsible to for the metabolic activities. So in the absence of the thyroxine or the thyroid hormone, it also causes the low basal metabolic rate and also the pulse rate. Dry skin and a coarse hair. Coarse hairs are actually a condition which is known as a thick hair, presence of the thick hairs. So hairs has a thick shafts in case of the coarse hair. So that is also a symptom in the individual those are having a condition which is known as mixed edema. So dry skin or coarse or thick hairs, and also in some cases the face may become puffy, and puffiness also appears under the eyes, and in certain cases the sex functions are also depressed or the absence of the normal reproductive functions. As you can see here in the figure, the condition of the mixed edema. So in case of the mixed edema is appeared in the dermal tissues. Next is another kind of pathophysiological condition which is related to the thyroid gland, and this is known as Hashimoto's thyroiditis. So Hashimoto's thyroiditis is also related to the hypothyroidism. So in such condition also actually related to the low production or underproduction or the less production of thyroid hormones. In this condition is also an inflammation of the thyroid gland, as you can see here in the figure, that is related to the inflammation of the thyroid gland, and it is also known as an autoimmune disorder. Why it's known as an autoimmune disorder? Because in this disorder or disease, the antibodies attacks the thyroid gland. So by the attack of the antibodies, they destroy the structure of the thyroid gland. So that's why it's known as an autoimmune disorder. So Hashimoto's thyroiditis is actually caused by the inflammation of the thyroid gland, and this inflammation of thyroid gland is actually also caused the low, actually the underproduction or the decreased level of the thyroid hormone. It's an autoimmune disorder because the antibodies destroys the structure of attack the thyroid gland cell, and so that's why they destroy the structure of the thyroid gland. So in resulting low level or the less production of the thyroid hormones. Common symptoms of the Hashimoto's thyroiditis are goiter, fatigue, muscle weakness, and the weight gain. These are the common symptoms of Hashimoto's thyroiditis. So in such conditions, the plasma TSH level or the thyroid stimulating hormone level is elevated in the blood, but the plasma thyroxine and the tetraiodothyronine levels are decreased in the blood plasma. As the thyroid gland is destroyed by the attack of the antibodies, so TSH level is remains elevated in the bloodstream, but the levels of the T3 and the T4 are decreased in the blood in condition of the Hashimoto's thyroiditis. Next is another pathophysiological condition or a disorder which is known as Graves' disease. Graves' disease is also an autoimmune disease, and where the thyroid is overactive, or the thyroid gland producing an excessive amount of the thyroid hormone. So the Graves' disease is actually caused as actually a cause of hyperthyroidism. So the Graves' disease is the cause of hyperthyroidism. It's related to the excessive amount or excessive production of the thyroid hormone. The condition is known as Graves' disease. It is also known as autoimmune disease. So in this disease, the thyroid antibodies, autoantibodies are formed against the TSH receptors. So that is caused by autoantibodies. So such antibodies are bound to the TSH receptors at the thyroid gland cell, at the thyroid follicular cell, surface of the thyroid follicular cells, and activate the TSH receptors, thereby stimulating the thyroid hormone synthesis and secretion and the thyroid growth. So Graves' disease is also is related to the excessive production of the thyroid hormone, and it is caused by the autoantibodies, caused by the thyroid autoantibodies against TSH receptors. Such receptors are present in the thyroid glandular cells, and so when such antibodies are bind to the TSH receptors, then they activate the TSH receptors. So in result of the activation of the TSH receptors by the binding of the autoantibodies, then they cause the stimulation of the thyroid hormone synthesis. So their function is just related to the thyroid stimulating hormone. So they cause the thyroid hormone synthesis and then their secretion, and also causes the stimulation of the synthesis of the structure of the thyroid growth. Also increases the thyroid growth. Common symptoms of the Graves' disease are eyes may look enlarged because the eyes muscle swells and push the eyes forward, and weight loss in spite of the increased appetite. So that is a common symptom in case of the hyperthyroidism, and that is increased appetite and the weight loss. Also increased in the basal metabolic rate, that is also a common symptom of the Graves' disease, is the increased basal metabolic rate. So as the thyroid hormone level is increased, so in result of the excessive production of the thyroid hormone, the basal metabolic rate is also increased or elevated basal metabolic rate is reported in such individuals. Next is another pathophysiological condition which is known as goiter. So goiter is a swelling in the thyroid gland which can lead to a swelling of the neck or a larynx. As you can see here, as a goiter is actually the swelling in the thyroid gland and related to the swelling of the neck region, including the larynx or the White's box. So goiter normally occurs when the thyroid gland is not properly functioned, and it's a cause of the condition which is known as hyperthyroidism. So goiter normally appears, or goiter is the cause of the hyperthyroidism. So the worldwide most common cause for the goiter is the iodine deficiency. So the common cause for the goiter is the iodine deficiency. So in this slide or figure, you can see the difference between the normal thyroid or the thyroid in the pathophysiological condition of the goiter. So as you can see here, the normal size of the thyroid gland, and then you can observe the size of the thyroid gland is quite enlarged in condition of goiter. So that is the difference between. So you can see the the change in the size of the thyroid gland in both the normal thyroid gland and as in case of the goiter. So the size of the, so there is an inflammation in of the thyroid gland which causes an enlargement of the thyroid gland. So the goiter is classified into different types. So as one is known as a diffuse goiter, and the other is toxic goiter, and then non-toxic goiter. Diffuse goiter has spread to all of the thyroid, and normally the diffuse goiter appears that spreads to all of the thyroid gland. And the second type is a toxic goiter. The toxic goiter is related to the condition which is known as hyperthyroidism, and that is most commonly in the Graves' disease. And toxic goiter appears most commonly in the condition of a Graves' disease. But such goiter is also caused by inflammation. Other kind of the goiter is known as a non-toxic goiter. Non-toxic goiter is associated with the normal or the low thyroid hormones production or the secretion. So all other types of the goiters are known as the non-toxic goiter. So there are three types of the goiter. One is known as a diffuse goiter. Diffuse goiter mostly appear in condition of the which is known as hyperthyroidism. So a diffuse goiter is appeared as we have discussed already the condition of the goiter. This is including in the tribe which is known as diffuse goiter. And the next is known as a toxic goiter. Toxic goiter appears normally in Graves' disease, and then other are the non-toxic goiters which are normally appears in normal or low thyroid hormone secretions. And that's all for today.